Today I'm just going to talk about some of the interesting items in my collection. Of course, I'm currently redoing a room. I'll show you over here. As you can see, I have a lot of work to do to try and fix up my basement room. But let's talk about some of the more interesting, just basic items that I have laying around. So, of course, I got my little stuffed ferret and my little beanie weasel. They're kind of fun little props that I use now and again. I've got Pookle. I made him myself. He was a character that a friend of mine made, and then I ran with it and made him my own. I made this guy back in 9th grade and haven't looked back since. Of course, I have a big collection of mugs, shot glasses, all sorts of fun things here. I use some of them. This one here I got at the beach. I just love that. Though, I gotta wonder if it's going to get too old. Got some fun hats and helmets I use for my stuff. Nazi officer's dagger, which I will never use. The World War II fan from Japan. Some European swords. And some officer's swords. Got my... let me get the light on here. Got my cat. Then my Anderson here. Mr. Pooper. I got my computer, do most of my editing and stuff on. But here we've got my Funko Pop collection. Not many, but I have a few that I like. Of course, Queen, which is my favorite band. And Vladimir and Vitaly Klitschko. We got some gloves, both signed by them. And then I've got this figurine that was given to me as sort of a prize, which is pretty cool. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess. So I've used most of these dice in games here and there, but most of them I use are in this box here, which is pretty cool. This old ship is from I think it was the 19th century, but I can't remember how old. Of course, got various campaign buttons, which is pretty cool back in those days. And, of course, my printer, which I still use now and again. You got my Boglin over there. They have to break him out and use him on the show sometime. Hey, cats. There's my little Blanche. So when I got here, right now it's my manga collection, but right here you can see these are all the items. These 3 rows are items I need to filter into the collection. Once I do that, there'll be a tour. I'm going to be redoing the entire collection, the format, and it's just going to be a whole new organization of it. Down here, I've already got versions of these, but there's certain things like Love and Robots for Aiko back there. This is the original Sailor Moon stuff. Some Pete and Pete original Evangelion box because of the Fly Me to the Moon. And then here you've got basically board games, lots of board games. Lots and lots and lots of board games. And movies everywhere. So, this is more about the stuff than the movies. So we got my stuffed Godzilla. And then I've got a friend of mine gave me this Godzilla. He's been here for a while. My hanging judge, and then of course my cousin, he did this little painting for me here, which I really like. That Rainbow Bright back there. And this one I really like because this guy I got as a popcorn bucket from when I saw Guardians 3, which was really cool. Okay, technically it wasn't Guardians 3, it was actually Ruby Gillman. I'm ashamed. Let's just pretend it was Guardians 3. So these are 2 out of the 3 for the Ginger Dead Man series. I've got, of course, Ebi, and I've got Gingerweed Man. So I've got this here. This is my Skip Beat poster, which is signed by all of the English dubcast, which is pretty darn cool. Little minion keychain. I always love this one, Sunset Boulevard. It is just a really cool movie. I think it really does. I really do think it leaps out when you're talking about movies. So let's see here. What do we got here that's not movies? So we got Luna. I got her a while back from a Right Stuff sale. And this here is Haposai. I made him myself in high school. I was starting to get into anime back then, and I really liked Ranma 1/2, so I made Haposai. I don't think he looks that bad. So I got my skull. He does light up. And, of course, the hat I use when I do my videos. It's on there. Got some Mario Nintendo coasters over there. So let's go up on this side. So I've got L. He's been hanging around for a while now. Again, I got this one on another sale Right Stuff had back in the day. Havoc, who's my favorite comic book character. I got this a while back, like high school. Goes to show. And this guy here, he's even more ancient. I played with him when I was a little kid. We dug him up in the yard one day because he had been buried outside, and now he's up here. Now Lena, she's been with Brittany for a while, but during circumstances, she decided she was going to stay with me. And she really hasn't moved since. May go back to Brittany one day, never know. Now this is my little dice roller. When I was doing the show, when we were doing regular pickups, I'd want to do them at random. So I would just use this little dice to come up with a letter, and then that would be the letter of what I'd do. Because you can see the ones that are down are the ones that I'm going to, that I still need to do a pickup on. And this one here, another clay sculpture I did in high school. This one I got from my grandfather's collection. He asked for half a cup of coffee. I love that. Another one I did. I was very obsessed with death back in high school. Craziness. So there's Topsy. Love my Topsy here. And then, of course, this was given from a friend, antique. And there's a little Bulgarian symbol here. I cannot tell you what it means. I've forgotten. Now, this is Mekazawa. I love my little anime plushies, and this one is just a cool one. I still got the tag on it, even though it's been probably over 20 years. And then, of course, QB. He's here waiting to see if he can make a deal with somebody. Hasn't got one yet, though. Of course, my Rebel Gaming Club NES Years CD. Very, very valuable. I'm very happy to have it. And my Fred Speaks from Man with a Plan. If you haven't seen Man with a Plan, you should. It's an amazing movie. My little Harry Potter wand. My little skull shot glass. I don't even know what's on the disc inside. And of course, Excalibur. Down here is my little Justice League Pez collection. This one I was kind of hopeful for it. Not that hopeful. I'm not gonna lie. Controversial, true, but I didn't care much for either version. Some Slayers cards someone gave me, I never opened. Little Snitch, Blade, and I got my little now showing section, which I have Plumbers Don't Wear Ties of the game I'm playing right now. And of course, this another skip beat one, which I need to do. Star vs. the Forces of Evil, which was my favorite show for a little while. I love my Let's Go to the Lobby poster. So up here, we have our Masters of Horror with Alf laying there. A Raya, a thing I got from Disney Club. This little thing I think was I don't know what it's from, but it's from a video game pickup. Of course, one of the few anime figures I have from a series, Daphne Brilliant Blue. I don't think I've seen it, but yeah. That little guy there is one I picked up in Europe. I want to say in Czech Republic. this One Piece thing. I can't remember who gave it to me, but I kind of like the Halloween-y look of it. This dragon used to belong, supposedly, to Bruce Lee at one point in time. I don't know, but I could be wrong. This piggy bank is old. Not probably as old as the dragon, but you know. That is my little amiibo. This used to be very rare. Probably not so much now. My Mary and the Witch's flower, when I went to that premiere, that was pretty cool. And this Freddy glove. I got Minions, got some more of these minis that were used in a game one time. Little Spider-Man figure, and that other Daphne Brilliant Blue figure. We got the Lord of the Rings Pez ones. A couple of California raisins. And a Pokemon thing there at the end. There's my Dumbledore. And there's Chloe. And of course, we've got Dobby. He's closed, so he's free. And he was given by the studio to a school. And the school gave it to me because it was frightening children. And this is one of the BB-8, I think. And then, of course, this dude, he's been there since my grandparents owned the house. And I bought that from them. Then, of course, Ginger Dead Man. I think most of y'all who've watched us for a while know him. My empty Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I wish it had a physical instead of it was digital only. So, of course, you can't get it. Luigi. There's Sherlock. Of course, this one was used, I believe, in the movie Clay as a murder weapon. So that's kind of a cool little prop on there. Little Shantae game collection, which I am glad to finally complete. And then just for our last couple, we've got our X-Men poster. Very old. A lot of people love that. Queen. An old client of mine made that, and I've got that framed. It's rare that people do things for you or draw for you, so it's good to be able to see that. My old Final Fantasy poster, which was my favorite RPG series for a long time. And my Steam Deck. Alright. Well, I guess that's it. Hope you've enjoyed this little brief. Just look at some of the cool stuff in my collection. If you have questions about anything you've seen, hey, feel free to comment. I might look it up and answer you. But, either case, we'll see you on the next one.
This is the end of the show. We hope you liked it though. We had our spend, had time afraid. It's almost time to go. This is the end of the show. But we felt you'd like to know. A bunch of friends right to the end. Our link just down below. This is the end of the show. So help us let you know. 'Cause here's Jake to say the things we thought just couldn't go.
And now we would like to take a moment to thank our friends at the Rebel Gaming Club for our rollicking opening number that has been gracing our videos for some time now. And we want to thank all our friends who come out for various projects and what have you. We have numerous links below, and we very much encourage you to check them out and give the other people a visit as well.